Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 historical battle. This is Chaironeia 338BC. My opponent, Blagrot, has command of the Macedonian army of Philip, the aspiring ruler of Greece, and I have a hoplite militia of the various city-states. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I'm kind of intimidated by this. We have our best hoplites facing off against cavalry. Well, let's at least extend our line a little bit. Get into this rough patch where everybody will be disordered, which is a good thing. And then let's get our veterans over. And we'll need 5 units of hoplites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think I do want to close into the rough ground here. Well, let's see, 4 skirmishers, we can try to get 2 around and just hold even with the 4-on-4. Something like that. Next turn. Okay, so take cover in the rough. And again, we'll do what we can here to counter the Macedonian lights. Let's try to fill that gap. Good. And good. Do I advance? Next turn we can start advancing. The line is straightened out. Next turn there will be no game audio in this one because I'm being struck by that odd bug where the music plays despite being muted. And as I don't want the audio flagged for copyright and taken down entirely, we'll just have to live with silent bloodshed this turn. Do you want to see if I can find a way to screen off the companion cavalry and put extra pressure on these hoplites and try to crack this end of the line? Alright, let's see if we can do anything useful here. It's looking like a no. Yeah. They're unmaneuverable, so doing this kind of thing is really ponderous and awkward. Shove them off. I was hoping for a catch. Do I dare? Could end up somewhere really bad. So let's do it anyway. Great. Let's see, how many do we have? 4 veterans. I want to line them against these mercenary hoplites so we can get 1 unit of veterans over. And sure, give them a shove. That'll put them approximately where we want to be anyway. Try for a disrupt. No. I suppose we'll just put you in reserve for the moment. Okay, so we try to advance here if we can. Try to do something similar here, depending on how much these companions gum us up, and then hold back in the center using this rough ground disorder to at least slightly slow down the foot companions. Next turn. Yeah, we might get disrupted here. Not so bad. Alright, well, if he wants to give me time to maneuver, that's fine by me. Work your way behind and start the harassment. Go for impact. Good. They'll evade because we have hoplites nearby. Now we'll get run down, but that's okay. Okay. Otherwise, we really don't need to move in the center. Next turn. What just happened? Tell me what happened. Oh, it's my lights getting butchered. That's fine. Completely unsurprising. Pretty slow. Go for a frag and a break. Good. And the evade. That's fine. Do you evade as well? Yep. That's also fine. Keep pelting them. Okay. Now we can start being annoying, I think. Push forward. And see if we get any kind of reaction to doing that. There we go. Next turn, the veterans can push forward against the mercenary hoplites. Go for a break there. Good. Get the hell out of the way. Thank you very much. Engage the mercenary hoplites. Ow. Superior pikemen. Well, let's do something a little dangerous. This will hurt. It did. But we can set up a flank next turn. Okay. Charge these light archers. Maybe we'll win impact. There we go. Light spears at work. And put on the pressure. Pin them in. Go for a frag. Fine. Go for a frag. Good. Auto break. And again. They evade. Good. Do we need to do anything else? Not really. I mean, what's the point? Still hold back in the center, work on the flanks, see what this drop does for us. Maybe nothing. They're superior heavy foot, so they might just tank it. But we might get a frag out of it. Could happen. Next turn. Oh, there go our lights. Bounce them, hold firm. Yeah, that's not a surprise at all. What the hell is going on? No doubt something important? Okay, well, let's start down here. Give these a shove, they evade. Right. Pin them in. Pin them in. Continue the harassment. Don't start throwing until you can do it at a full arc. Work your way around and around. Push in. numbers should begin to tell. Get that drop. Hold firm, being veterans. Well, it's a start. Let's try to reinforce that success, although it will be ponderous given that we're working with unmaneuverable heavy infantry here. Well, next up, hit these mercenary hoplites. Then, yeah, that's fine. Zone of control, lock the phalanx. Get the hell out of the way. And charge. Push on. Zone of control lock. And advance. Good. You're all kind of useless right now. Okay. Then what? Do we do anything? Is there a point in doing anything? Well, next turn I suppose you can join the melee. Or move to join the melee. And that's about it. Again, no need to start anything in the center until he feels like starting something. Next turn. Hoping those veterans don't rally up to steady, that would be a shame. Well, not particularly surprising. Oh, well, we held the impact, and now we should win the melee. They'll just fall back, though there's no way to pin them in. Alright, so that's the rough, which means that we'll be on even terms instead of bad. Ooh. Okay. Poor veterans that get cut up. Good. He does have a slight advantage at impact using the companions against the citizen hoplites. It's 100 lancers versus 100 offensive spearmen, and then plus 50 quality. Now, if I can start winning on the flanks, I'll feel no obligation to close yet in the center. This is terrible, of course, but get in with these veterans here and hope for the best. Fight them off. Held firm, too bad. Put some pressure on. Okay. We can get through here, not that it really matters. See if we get pushed back here. Nope. Do we want to force ourselves to stay in? We probably do. If we fall back, then we get a flank, and that would be ugly. Okay, then the other wing. See if we score that break. Any disrupts? No. Did we try to rally you up? You're probably just doomed. I don't think it's worth it. General up there instead. Not that it did you much good. Okay, do we join in? what's the point when the hypospy tide will just waste us? So let's not. Hopefully our numbers will start actually mattering here. Not yet. Hold firm. Do we dare to tank the charge? No. Not without disrupting them. However, what we can do is put even more pressure on here. These guys will probably just fall back. Nope, not yet. Okay. Otherwise, do we move forward? No. No. Some dangerous stuff is happening on the right flank, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that we're losing, so I feel no pressure to advance in the center yet. Next turn. It's falling back from there. That means we might need to send reinforcements to the wings. Oh, got through. Very bad. Very bad. Disruption, good. Held firm on the charge. Well, first off, let's join the fun here. Oh, very nice. Very good. I do the same here. Okay. And then just hold out till we can break that unit. Start being very irritating. Now it's time to start doing things that are a little bit unfortunate. Threaten to set up a flank unless he charges, but if he charges, then we flank or hit this disordered unit. That's a situation we'll want to reinforce. See if you can hunt down these lights or get somewhere useful. Pretty useful. Send them in. What do we do with you? Hold them back, they might need to turn around soon. You start working ever so slowly on breaking through this frost. Okay. Then what? We charge? Guess not. threaten the same. Work on this with your numbers. Block their withdrawal just in case. Push forward. Good. Zone them in. And hit them hard. Get ready to push into this rough and then pelt these companion cavalry. And then what? Let's get more hoplites over to the edges. You as well. Stretch out the line. Keep these three as a central reserve, but we'll give them some space. Okay. Maybe next turn we can start getting some breakthroughs. Next turn. What will he do here? That's the question. It's most important right now. We bounce that. Yep. Right, we got a break. What does that do for us? A disruption on the pikemen. That's perfect. Might even be able to exploit that. Yeah, now we're gonna suffer. Moves back forward. Well, we zone you in. Again, pelt them with javelins. Not very many javelins, but whatever, that's fine. Do the same here. Go for a charge. Nah, I opened up a fallback. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, mistakes were made. Still, going pretty well. Up. Work on this grind. Get you out of there. Need to break through here. Shift you over as well. How about it? Yeah, that sounds good. And you. And you. Now here we withdraw our light chavs, zone the pikemen, then charge the disordered pikemen with our veterans, and get that automatic cohesion drop. Hold firm to add or like it. Now we suffer here. Ugh. Do that yet? Or do we wait? We wait. There we go. You to this rough ground. Do we pile in? Yeah, we pile in. Start working our way around. Zone them in so they can't do anything. Pile on. Good. We will need light jabs to work on these horsemen, or at least distract them. Speaking of which... Okay. You keep working your way around. Right. Move to the edge. Okay, we're starting to break apart this wing a little bit more. Or at least holding our own against the cavalry, even if we're not making much progress. But hopefully soon we'll be able to start breaking through here and pushing some units past, which might force him to attack in the center, even though he doesn't particularly want to. Can make it still more unattractive to attack in the middle. There. Alright. Next turn. Nice, that light spear impact. Not a huge surprise, and then yeah, that's also rather unpleasant. What about a frag? No? Nope. They're still disordered. They held firm, which unfortunately will actually put them in better shape than they were in. Auto break, good. And auto break. Well, it wasn't the cleanest way to do it, but it did work out. Interesting. Well, why don't we do a bad thing and tank this charge. Let's do the bad thing again. And that time it worked. You'll hold in place so that this unit is pinned. Catch was not likely. Very good. Then pin this unit in place, charge, and then stab them to death. Lovely. You work your way around the flank, and now do the bad thing. That's unfortunate, but next turn we can auto-drop them. keep working your way around. Now that you've rallied, you can come back. We could... no, because he can cover with this unit. Okay. Break, but everybody holds firm. Bad news. Well, let's work our way past then. Here, get that drop. And you start working your way out. We're winning now because they've taken casualties. Nice. Alright, what about a frag here? Not yet. Good. A break. Start working your way around. Cover the rear. Try to harass the cavalry. Or at least threaten to harass the cavalry. And... ugh. Unmaneuverable units. Terrible. Terrible. Oh well. Stab, stab, stab. Very good. So, what does that leave? Cover the rear. You will have to tank a charge from the Prodromoi. Yeah, still not interested in moving the center up, especially given that this is going okay. I mean, I definitely would not say it's going great. But it's a fine start. Anything else to do? I don't think so. Let's see. The only question then is, do I want to pile on here? Yeah, why not? Very good. Next turn. Oh, that is too bad. Yeah, that's awkward. Oh, implosion. Held firm. They left the square? Did they? Not sure, I'll have to double check. Alright, we're holding the rough, so that evens things out. He's going to set up a flank. I don't know if I care, though. Alright, to keep up with that, stay there for one more turn. Prepare to rear charge. Then, force a cohesion drop. They hold firm. That is too bad, we're going to have to pile on. Held firm. Just stay back here. We might suffer some breaks and we can fill in the gap. I'm gonna not cover this flank. If we hold it disrupted, then he'll be disordered. We will be just as inefficient as we are now at moderately disordered when we can charge in. That is the idea, anyway. Let's see here. They're disordered. So let's charge in. And we'll have to accept a bad impact there. Stretch out the line. And then threaten a flank if we get pushed back. Move to the wing. Move to the wing. Are you in square? No. Then, in that case, zone of control. Zone of control. Tank the impact. Pair the flank. They are in square. Good. Get out there. See how this melee goes unpleasantly. Threaten a flank. Threaten a flank. Zone them in. And are we holding out here? We are. You will need to head off the cavalry. Offer yourselves up as a sacrifice. Good. Okay. Who is that? You. You're fine where you are. You. Let's start threatening to go all the way around. Alright. This is looking much healthier. Next turn. Good. Now, some rallies are probably likely, given the number of decent quality heavy foot involved. Oh, risky but paid off. Good. Lost some lights. I'd rather they had just died, to be honest. Got out of the way. Okay, well, let's get this break in. Now, slowly inch forward, hit them in the rear. I believe they didn't fall back because this is a primary zone of control here. Ouch. I'll get out of cohesion check range. Keep shifting around. See if they frag. They do. Go for the break. Does that cause a check? No. General up on the stronger unit. And they just keep holding firm. Ouch. Maybe you should have done this first. Go for the auto break. Yep. Any checks? Very nice. Yeah, we might be able to exploit that. He just did not fall for my trap, unfortunately. Well, pin in these veterans, threaten the flank, and do we even charge? Probably just bounce it. I suppose we have to try. And we bounce. Too bad. Break and a check? No. Okay. Well, it's not charging yet. Prepare to pile on. And held firm. Okay, cut off the advance of this cavalry then. That's zone of control there. To cover a zone of control here. You can get back to working on the lights with the cavalry. Get through. Charge that flank. Same thing here. Both hold firm. Join the fun. Oh, they're holding firm, but they're rapidly losing POA due to casualties. Ignore the slingers. Don't care. And pursue the cavalry. At this point, we might need to keep pressing forward. Actually, I don't think that's necessary yet. Just need to remain close enough to be a threat. Very good. Who's left? Nobody who really needs to move. Alright, we're getting a well played. Let's see if it's actually over this turn or if we've got one more turn to play through. Looks like we'll have one more turn to play through. Wonder if I can catch those guys. Left the square formation. It's not a huge deal. Auto break on the Zistoforoi. Disruption. Very nice. Might be able to press that advantage. hold firm, but we can get another flank on them. Oh! Alright, we held firm. Okay, well, why don't we just, you know, do that. No thank you. And unfortunately, we might need to block that square, then cover that square. It's all very irritating. Alright. There's our 40%. Switch command over here. You can't prevent the flank attack, but we can threaten a counter flank. Good. Zone them in. Threaten the flank. This might get ugly, but not yet. Threaten the flank again. Get behind. And again. Next up, do a frag. They're disrupted, so put the pressure on. Probably should have generaled up. Well, let's do it now, even though it's a bit late. Alright, now what? Let's try to get reorganized here. Do we charge? It's pretty horrendous impact. There might not really be a point. Well, if we do charge here, and we don't bounce, the next turn, we can get a disrupt off. So that's something. Same thing here. It's pretty ugly. Ugh. Hopefully we don't double drop. And just stay nearby enough. Here we go. Alright, you. Head them off. Alright, now that should be GG. Alright, so we got thanks for the game, so it should be over. A nice couple of rallies, but not enough to matter. Here we go. Now, I think there were some micro things and some macro things that could have changed this. There was a lot of cavalry charging directly into the hoplites, and I don't think that was necessary. I think you could have kept a thinner cavalry screen and shifted some of those horsemen towards the center to serve as a link between the phalanx and the hoplites, or even to protect the Macedonia allied hoplites. Really, what needed to happen was a full-on engagement across the line. He hesitated to do that because of the arc in my line. The cavalry could have helped bridge that gap, held the wings longer, or at least long enough to get a break through the center. I think there was a lot of hesitation in the face of my men in the rough. That kind of makes sense. The deep pike POA doesn't come into play, but it's still 100 POA for pike versus 100 for offensive spear. Both are moderately disordered. Eventually, my hoplites get ground down by combat strength modifier. It's definitely a terrible use of phalanxes, but if it enables him to push into a general engagement, it might have been worth it. Now, that being said, I have not played this as the Macedonians in multiplayer yet, so this is all theory crafting, and maybe sometime I can test my ideas out. So, a good game, and till next time.